Hello, in this video I'm going to share my whole color grading workflow. Let's start by color grading this video clip. Okay, so I have this clip here in DaVinci Resolve. Let's start by color grading this video clip. And 3 other clips as well. So these are all not color graded yet. Let's do the color grading right now. Here you can find the color grading tab. You can create different nodes, I will explain you soon how to do that, and on each node you can make adjustments. So for example like this, and then something else here. Right, so how to create a node? Just right mouse click, add node and add serial. You can use shortcuts for that as well. So go to keyboard customization and then search for nodes. So right here, and serial node is the most important one. I use S for that. You can add shortcuts right here. So click plus and type in the shortcut that you would like to use. Another important one is label, and I use E for that. So S for node and E to name them. Yes. And backspace to delete the nodes. So let's create the first node. E to label it. Let's change the white balance. So this is a little orange. Right here we can change that. In the offset. Now it's more bluish. Oh yeah, and maybe to toggle off a node. Enable, disable selected nodes is D in my case, or Ctrl D. So D to see the difference. So the offset is the general white balance. We can also adjust the white balances of the darker parts, the mid parts and the lighter parts in the image. So let's create a new node, and I can see that these dark parts are a little orange as well. Let's name it first, dark parts color. Right, so let's do that here. So these dark parts are getting colder. Let's see the difference. That's a little bit too much, I think. It's too bluish. Alright, now we have this right here. If you would like to turn off the whole color grading, then click this button. So we have some work to do yet. Let's adjust this a little. Alright. So, lift less. Yes, now it's pretty dark here. Yeah, that's getting good. And because my hat is too pale now, let's make the hat a little less pale. Or more orange maybe. So let's go to the curves and the hue versus set. Here we can select the oranges to the hat and saturate it a little bit more. So saturate is more, that's too much, always be gentle. You get this principle right now. It's getting better and better, you see. Before we continue, this video is brought to you by Dehancer. Dehancer is a video plugin that allows you to make your color grading even better. So Dehancer contacted me and they asked me to make a review for one of their plugins. They have photo plugins and video plugins, so let's go to their website. We'll do it for video. And they have plugins for After Effects, Final Cut Pro, but let's do it for DaVinci Resolve. So here we can take a look of what the plugin is about, and Dehancer is a color grading video plugin. Remember, it isn't needed to use this, but this plugin is created to bring your color grading to a whole new level. As you can see, there are a lot of tools like film grain, film image, halation, bloom, and a lot more. If we look at the price, that looks pretty much. So when I see this price, I expect a high value product. If we go to About, you can see that it's downloaded more than 500,000 times. So that's a lot, especially for its price, so I assume that it's worth it. So yeah, this is the video plugin. I scrolled a little bit further and you can see here that there are smaller versions as well. So this includes a little less tools, so if you would only need these tools, then you can buy this one as well. This is the grain plugin to create grain, that's for $100 US. And the Dehancer Bloom, that's also $100 USD. There are several plugins right here, you can buy them all separately. But yeah, if you want to have the all-in-one, then this is the package that we need to go for. You can use the promo code TIM20 for 10% off. If you're an iPhone or iPad user, you can also find their newest app in the App Store. So let's click on it. And here you can see a preview of what it looks like. So you can use Dehancer in the iPhone or iPad app as well. You can find that on the iOS App Store. The promo code TIM20 works for all Dehancer products except the app subscription. Alright, so I've installed Dehancer and you can find it here in Effects. And then at the bottom you can find the Dehancer Pro plugin. So let's add a new node and add the Dehancer Pro plugin to it. And as you can see, it has standard values, which takes away the adjustments on the previous nodes a little bit. So let's try to add a Dehancer node at the start of something new. So here's a new video. We are going to add a node and here we are going to apply the Dehancer Pro plugin. Right, so this is the default. We need to bring some adjustments. So here you can find what the Dehancer Pro plugin can do. You can find several log inputs, so let's try some. Ooh, this one makes it definitely a lot better. Look at the difference. That's just insane. Only these white things are a little overexposured. So let's try out the other logs. Choose camera. Oh, you can download profiles here. Okay. So now you can choose a lot of cameras. I use an icon, but you can choose a profile that comes close to it. So let's see which makes it the best. Ooh, look at this! This is Fujifilm. Just look at the before and the after, and we even have to adjust the other things. So let's try out some things. That's the exposure, the temperature. Whoa, check this! This is starting to look so great. Whoa, this is really filmistic. What's the fringe? Oh, it takes away the fringe a little bit, it isn't super heavy. Film profiles. Okay, let's choose this one. Oh, we definitely need this, look at this. It's overexposured a little bit, and with this tool we can fix that a little bit. Let's do it like this. Tonal contrast, color density. Ooh, this makes it cool. This is really cool. This is one of my favorites. It makes the trees a little bit darker. Look how filmistic this is getting. Whoa, you can adjust this all. Oh, I'm just using this and my color grading is getting so much better. That's really insane. I think this is really helpful. Look at this, that's insane. These parts that are way too light, we can fix it with this as well. Okay, there are so many options. False color. Clipping indication. Okay. Here the colors are clipped, so you can see where it's clipped. So these parts are as black as possible. This is the blackest black that you can have. But that's okay. It is black, so that's logic. You can even make the effect less. Like this at 0. And of course we can add some normal adjustments too with a normal node. So this one here is the Dehancer. And then after this we're going to add some normal color grading. Here's the light. This fixed the overexposure a little more. Okay, but we can make the Dehancer grading more clean. Okay, so let's create a mask and let's go around this object. Wait a second, let's turn the text off. Okay, now it's better. So let's go around this thing. Doesn't need to be super perfect. Okay, now the feather, something like this. Okay, and now let's invert it and let's change the exposure. Alright, it's getting a little bit brown, so let's do it here in the curves. So U versus set, this color needs to be a little less saturated. Alright, maybe the light needed to be a little bit less. And now this one is color graded with the Dehancer and DaVinci Resolve. This makes it so much more filmistic.
Wat je nou daar zeker doen, hè?
Zeker? Nee, ik ben een paar opnames aan het doen.
Wat lief?
Nee, ik ben een paar radio-opnames aan het doen.
Hoe zie ik het?
Zo wel zo.
This is something that Dehancer can do, that's insane. In comparison, I tried to grade it without Dehancer and this was the result without Dehancer.
Wat je nou daar zeker doen, hè?
Zeker? Nee, ik ben een paar opnames aan het doen.
Wat lief?
Nee, ik ben een paar radio-opnames aan het doen.
Hoe zie ik het?
Zo wel zo.
I swear that I have done my best on both versions. So I think Dehancer is really a plus, especially if you love grading. I'm sponsored, but I'm even astonished of what this can do. I'm completely honest. It's insane. Just look at this result. Okay, now I'm pretty proud of my color grading on here. So here we have something else, we have this one, and here are some sun rays. And Dehancer has some effects for that as well. So let's add Dehancer again. Let's add the plugin. That's the default. Let's try to choose a camera. Okay, this looks pretty good. It's a little bit green, but that's filmistic. So let's try out the bloom. Oh, it's the film grain, that's the noise. So look, this is those natural film grain. So we can completely turn that off. Alright, here we do that. Let's see what the halation does. Doesn't do super much. Let's see on this one what the bloom and halation does. So let's add Dehancer and let's take a good profile. Okay, let's take this look. So let's see what the halation does. Enable it. Let's go close. And give some outlines on here, the halation. So that's what it does. Look, it gives it a little bit a magical touch. So this is the halation. And let's see what bloom does. It makes it brighter. Alright, let's grade it even more. The film grain is a really important one. Look at what it does. It gives it a more filmistic feeling. Look at this, how magical it's getting. Whoa, look at this. Okay, this is a little bit bluish. Alright, so this is the Dehancer. And now let's add some normal color grading. So the DaVinci color grading. That's always important as well. So the Dehancer is just something that you can add to your grading. Here's the sky a little bit oversaturated. Okay, so let's make a sky node. You can make mask nodes as well. So what you need to do for that is just go here and now drag a mask. So let's use this. We only want this part here, so this is the sky selected. And let's make this a little less bright. Let's even add another mask, because this part here is still too light. Let's do it with a circle. That's getting good. Let's adjust the hue versus set a little. Let's try the color warper. No, let's do it without. This is the final grading with some Dehancer tools. Let's try to grade this one as well. Let's try to finish it. You know, in film, colors don't need to be the same as in the real world. Here's the grain. I have the feeling that this needs some grain because this is all white. So yeah, that's a lot better. Alright, what does the bloom do? Let's see. Look, the bloom again here on the white spots. It makes it bloom a little bit. Look at this. How crazy. Okay, this is a highlights tone. This is now bluish warm contrast. This plugin is really insane. I'm flabbergasted by this, man. And I'm being completely honest, my color grading has never looked so good as now. The halation. Okay, let's add this as well. There are just some smooth details. Here's the result now. Alright, let's continue with the normal color grading. DaVinci Resolve. Let's go to the HDR. Yeah, see the sun and the white balance as well. Yeah, why not? Let's grade it a little bit greenish, but not too much. And here we have Dehancer with the DaVinci Resolve node. Okay, so we were here and this is pretty good. I just wanted to say that this can need a mask as well. So let's just add a mask right here. Invert it. And now let's make it a little bit darker here. Okay, you can also copy the node. Just click as again, click here, Ctrl C, and then here, Ctrl V. And now invert this again. Now you have the opposite. Reset, and now make this brighter. So this is graded with DaVinci Resolve. Here you have it. Let's start by color grading this video clip. Let's try to grade it with the Dehancer Pro plugin right now. I'm super curious. I want to see the before and the after. So what I'm gonna do is I will just copy this. So this one is a Dehancer. Alright. So this is DaVinci Resolve, and now here we are going to reset it all. And now I will grade this with Dehancer. Okay, so let's try to add a Dehancer to it, Dehancer plugin, and let's start from here. I'm just gonna make something from it. Okay, that's starting to look good. Yes. Okay, and now it's cold, we'll fix that later. Whoa, but look at this, so how is it getting so good? Look, this was the DaVinci and Dehancer. Okay, but let's see. Color boost, we definitely need that. The shadow stone is important. What's this? We can literally fix it, what? I can't fix that orange background, and now with the Dehancer tool I can fix this. That's so crazy. The mid-tones and the highlights are important as well. Okay, this film grain is enabled, I can see it here. And I think we don't need that for this. The halation. Let's see. Yeah, why not? Bloom. It gives it a glow. We don't need to bloom, but that's a cool effect. Okay, I think we are done. So after or before, yeah, I'm going to grade it with DaVinci a little bit as well. Because I think it needs some adjustments. Okay, this one was needed, I think. Okay, it's getting better. It's getting scary how good this works. Okay, here are the mid-tones. Okay, the lightness. We need to fix that here. How are we going to call that? I want it brighter here. So, a brighter vignette or something like that. Let's do it with a mask. Okay, so maybe this. And the other areas a little bit brighter, shadow areas. Okay, like that. It isn't super visible because there wasn't a lamp on it. Yeah, like this we can fix it as well. Okay, so DaVinci, let's start by color grading this video clip. And together with Dehancer, let's start by color grading this video clip. So I hope you have a clue of what Dehancer is about right now. We've made these color gradings, they work so good. I'm surprised by it. So is Dehancer worth buying it? I'd say yes, I'm astonished by the results. Thank you to Dehancer for the partnership. You can use the promo code TIM20 for 10% off. I'm so happy that I could test these tools out. I'll see you in the next video.